everyone, good afternoon and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. In this video, I am going to be sharing with you my favourite colouring supplies of 2024. Yeah, I thought that this would be a really fun video to do, and it kind of goes hand in hand with my favourite books of 2024 as well. So in this video, I will be showing you what I've really gravitated towards, what I've had fun using, some of my staples, and yeah, what I'm kind of excited to continue using and experimenting with in 2025. So without further ado, we will just get started. But if there's any products that I show in this video that you would like a link to, then please let me know in the comments, or you can DM me on Instagram, or you can email me, and I would be more than happy to help you get the links for the products that you are interested in. Okay, so the first supply that I would like to share is an absolute no-brainer, and it is my Ohuhu alcohol markers. It is these. These are the Honolulu Set B, and I have the set of 320 markers. If I just move my camera, you see my coffee. My set of markers, they're just here. They are always on my desk, and yeah, like I said, they are an absolute staple. So I love using these in my single-sided books. You know, for example, my Camellia Angel Cover, some of these new these little books that are out at the moment that are kind of really popular amongst our YouTube creators, these little cute and cozy books. These are single-sided, so they're great in these. I love using them in my RJ Hampson books, my mythographic, anything that is single-sided. And also occasionally, if I do have a double-sided book, but there's, you know, on one side of the page, if it's an image that I know I'm not going to colour, I'm happy to sacrifice that page and use markers on the other side. So these have two ends. We have a brush tip, which is gorgeous. Many years ago, I could never get on with a brush tip. I would always favour the chisels and bullet tips. Whereas now, I feel like I know how to use and control a brush tip better. We have a bullet tip on here. I'm not going to lie, I do miss alcohol markers with a chisel tip. But, you know, after using these for a long time, I do really enjoy the brush tips. And I think they're so versatile. So these are an absolute staple in my collection and a joy to use. So yeah, these are always over here on my desk in front of me. So they are a no-brainer. My Crayola Super Tips, my Staedtler Dual Ended, they are also staples in my collection. You guys know, if you've been with me for quite a long time, you will know that I love my water-based markers. I really enjoy basing pages with them. They work fantastic on single-sided pages or double-sided pages, but I think now I prefer using them on sort of smaller areas so that I get less streaking. But again, they are such a pleasure to use, and I will continue to do so. I do need to replenish my stock next year, but right now I'm happy just kind of whittling down the markers that I have. Okay, so for pencils, my Polychromos will always be my absolute favourite. That I don't think will ever change. It would take something pretty spectacular, I think, to, to kind of beat those, in my opinion. However, this year, I have really been falling back in love with my Prismacolors. These are glorious to use, and it's kind of, I use these in a different way to how I use my Polychromos. So with my polys, I can layer and build up colours and just sort of layer and layer and layer, which I love. However, sometimes that can be really time consuming, and if you are like me and you have dexterity issues with arthritis or whatnot, it can be quite tiring on the hands. Whereas the Prismacolors, they are soft to use. You can't layer them for ages like you can with polys. You can layer them, but oh my goodness, the blending. You can smush those colours together on a page and get such a beautiful blend. So yeah, I've really kind of fallen back in love with these, especially recently. I've been using them on quite a lot of my pages. You'll see that I've got pencils pulled out because I am using those on pages at the moment. But yeah, these are gorgeous, and I think they have a really beautiful selection of colours, and we've got some colours in here that you don't have in your polys as well, so I think they complement each other beautifully. So yeah, I'm really glad to have these in my collection. So yeah, I will continue using these into 2025. I would also just like to mention as well my Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils. They are, I think, probably my favourite pencils to use over a marker base, or just as they are on my single-sided books, especially like R.J. Hampson, things like that. On Amazon paper, the Luminance work beautifully, and I do think they are my favourite pencils to use on Amazon paper. So yeah, I need to mention those pencils, and also my Black Widows. Absolutely love them. They have, again, a beautiful selection of colours. There are some unusual colours in there as well, which I love. So yeah, I just wanted to give a shout out to the Luminance and the Black Widows as well. And speaking of polys, here is my set. Ooh. So yeah, these are just an absolute staple. These are my go-to, my ride or die. Yeah, absolutely love these pencils. I am missing a colour, and I can't for the life of me figure out which one. So I need to go hunting, I think, online and figure out which one that is. But I can tell that I use these a lot because I have several little nubbins, and I have added, I think, a Prismacolor, I think, to my jar recently. My little jar of pencil nubbins. So yeah, we've got that jar there. But like I said, these are just amazing. I love how they work. I feel that they work for me really well. But as I mentioned just now, sometimes, you know, I just have to give my hands a little bit of a break, and whether that means just using my markers on their own, or maybe even sort of going over with like my Crayola twistable crayons and sort of, you know, shading a little bit with them. But yeah, I love these pencils. They are my absolute favourite, and that I can't see that changing anytime soon. So yeah, I absolutely adore my polys, and yeah, I'm excited to continue using and enjoying and loving these in 2025. So mentioning my single-sided books, and sort of, you know, basing things with markers, my next supply I keep in this pencil case here, and it is my Crayola twistable crayons. I love these things. I absolutely love them. I don't really use the ones like this with you know, several different colours in them, but I think they would be a lot of fun to use. But yeah, I love using these, especially in my Camellia Angel Cova books. When I have done a base of alcohol marker, I will go in with these and shade over the top. They're brilliant. They are so much fun. They are easy on my hands. And also to help me sort of have a little bit more control over them, I do use, oh, let me just dust that off a little bit. I use my Staedtler twin hole sharpener. This came in a set of 2 on Amazon. And so yeah, I use this to sharpen my my twistable crayons to get a really nice point on it. So this is an absolute staple. I do use it on pencils as well, but I feel like I need to replace the blade on the smaller side because that is getting quite dull at the moment. So I need to go on Amazon and look for some replacement blades for this. But yeah, this is an absolute must-have in my collection. I'd be pretty lost without this one, to be quite honest. The other sharpener I use is a Derwent manual sharpener. However, I have had that for years. It is looking worse for wear. And back along, there was an incident with my son. He trashed my bedroom and he launched that sharpener, so it has a big dent in the side. So I do now struggle getting the tray to empty the sharpenings sort of in and out. So yeah, that sharpener has definitely seen better days. And I am currently looking online at an electric or for an electric sharpener. There's a few that have caught my eye, but I need to make sure that they have holes big enough for my wider barrel pencils. So that's kind of something that I'm looking into at the moment. And that is just for times when I'm really struggling with my hands. I think an electric sharpener would be great. But this one, yeah, this is fantastic, and I would recommend this sharpener to anyone and everyone. But yeah, the twistable crayons, I just think they're great. They're so much fun. You know, you can get pigment down without putting really a lot of pressure on these at all. They're easy to use. They're, you know, I find them really versatile and just fun. Really, really fun. And these are, you know, kind of a staple for me in my collection, especially when I'm shading in my Camellia Angel Cova books. That's just how I like to colour my pages now. You know, have a base of the marker, put this over the top, a little bit of gel pen, and yeah, that's it. You're done. You've got a great page. So these are, you know, a must-have. And again, I'm excited to be carrying this through with me into 2025 to use on my colouring pages. So that is the twistable crayons. So on the subject of crayons, whoops, I would like to share with you these. Now I need to be careful because the package is all open at the back, so let me just hold that. So these are the Shuttle Art gel crayons. This is a set of 24, and yeah, I got these. I think I paid, goodness, I didn't pay any more than £12 for these. I don't think £12-13 at the absolute most. But they are great. I've seen many people with the gelatos or the TBC, I don't know, something, another brand of gel crayons. Of course, you can get the King Art gel sticks, which would be amazing, but they seem to have been out of stock and unavailable for quite some time. So I don't know if I'll ever be able to get those, but these are brilliant. You know, yes, I know I've got limited colours, but, you know, for what I use them for, they're fine. They're really, really pigmented, really soft and creamy. And I think for a budget gel crayon, I think they are brilliant. I tend to use these by rubbing them on my Caran d'Ache, is it the Flexi palette or Plexi palette? So it's got like a smooth side on one side, you turn it over, and then it's got a side with, it's got kind of texture to it. So I tend to rub this on there and then pick it up with one of those really, really soft bristled makeup brushes and then just sort of rub it onto my page, a bit like I would do with Distress ink. So yeah, these are really, really easy to use. The colours are gorgeous and vibrant, and they're a lot of fun. And if, like me, you get intimidated by backgrounds, something like this I think is the way to go, to add a bit of colour to your page, but in a way that won't take you long at all. So yeah, these are great, and like I said, they're a lot of fun to use. So that is the Shuttle Art gel crayons. Next, acrylic markers. I've got some in here as well. So let's just put a few there. I've got 2 of these as well. Okay, so I have a selection of paint markers. I do have a few other sets from Artex as well, but I just wanted to kind of show you as like a general thing. So paint markers are so popular with so many of us at the moment, and I definitely think that these have their place in my arsenal of colouring supplies. This one in particular, the Arteza black acrylic marker. I use this religiously on my Hachette Heroes Coloriage Mystère books, and I use this one for the outlines. This is the tip on it, and yeah, it's fabulous. I bought this one in a box of 12, and yeah, I would be lost without this marker. I think I have this one and 2 more, or maybe 1 more left. So I do need to replenish these at some point in the near future, which I will do. I think, you know, this brand is great. These markers are wonderful, and I really like how they work on those pages. And I like the nib on this one as well. So I would highly, highly recommend the Arteza acrylic paint markers. Like I said, this black one came in a box of 12. Then I have Tuliart paint pens. I have just the one set at the moment, and this is the Earth Tone set, I believe. Now these have a chunkier nib on them. So we've got a chunky nib. I don't think it says on here what millimeter it is. No, it doesn't. But yeah, these are lovely. The colours are really, really nice. Some of them don't come out as opaque as I would like. So they do need a few layers. But I do have my eye on some of the other sets that I would like to add. Because they do have sets that are kind of gravitated towards particular colour families. So yeah, I think that they would be a really good addition to my acrylic marker family, and especially for those Disney, you know, Coloriage Mystère books, because a lot of the pages, they call for a lot of different tones of brown and blues and greens, and I never seem to have enough of a selection, enough of a range in my collection. And that is also combining paint pens with water-based markers. So yeah, some more sort of specific sets I think would be really, really helpful. But I do love them. You know, I think they are a great brand. And again, like I said, I'm looking forward to adding some more of these into my collection. And then it goes without saying, Posca pens. I have, let me show you, I've got some different sizes here in my collection. So this is a big chunky white pen, and I find this one really great if I want to sort of dot some stars and things on a page. I'll put this one in the center and then use a smaller, finer tip to do the lines for sort of like the outside. But Posca is, you know, such a great brand. I love these. Yeah, I would always recommend Posca. They are more on the pricier side, and I do think you're kind of paying for the name, but again, they are so reliable, and they come in lots of different tips as well This is my favourite. This one. This is the PC1M. Absolutely love this one. It's great, and you can get in little details. And then these are the PC1MR, which again, these are another favourite. But I do find that mine of this size, they tend to kind of clog up quite easily. So that is something that I do battle with the smaller size, which is why I haven't bought that size for quite a while. Yeah, this is a PC1M as well. Beautiful, beautiful colour. This is coral pink, and yeah, it's gorgeous. Really, really lovely. So like I said, I would always recommend Posca. But yeah, if you've got any sort of ideas or sort of tips or tricks of how I can sort of help unclog the Posca 1MR, I am all ears, because like I said, I love these so much. And I just get frustrated that they kind of clog up and kind of dry around the nib quite easily. So that is sort of my only gripe. But I think this year, the star of the show for me in acrylic markers has been the brand Artex. I feel like they have done such a fantastic job with their acrylic markers this year. They have sent me quite a few sets for review. One set I do still have over on my cube unit, and it is the brush markers that are stored upside down in the blue, yellow and red box. I'll put a picture of it up here on the screen for you. They are great. I love them. But this set, this is just, I feel like these have knocked those other ones out of the park. And these are the set of 36. These are brush tips. They don't require any pumping whatsoever. And just look how gorgeous they are. They are beautiful. They are really, really opaque. Like I said, the brush tip is beautiful to use. We've got these windows on the side, so if I move it, you might be able to see. There you go. Can you see the paint level? I've got a bit of a glare. If I do that, there, so you can see kind of like the level of the paint moving, which I love. I think that is so handy. I really do. So I can see here that I've got kind of up to about halfway on this little cloud. I've got about halfway there of paint. But yeah, these are beautiful. I am quite limited with colours, but I've still got, you know, enough with 36 to be able to get a few things done. But yeah, these are fantastic. I love the way that they are stored. So this is what they look like. And they're just an absolute pleasure to use. They really are. And I hope in the future that Artex bring out these pens in a larger size, because, oh my goodness, I would be all up for that. It would be amazing. And yeah, these are definitely my favourite Artex acrylic paint markers. I think they're wonderful. They really are, and I would highly recommend them. And then most recently, Artex have sent me 2 sets of acrylic markers. They've sent me a 36 set and a 48 set. And it's these markers here. So these are the ones that you shake and you pump. We've got a chunky nib on them here. And we have a really lovely selection of colours. But the only thing I noticed when I was swatching these out in my swatch book was that with the black marker, it really bled through the paper. So if you have these markers, or if you're thinking of getting them, that is just something to think about, that the black in these does bleed through the paper. But the colours are beautiful, they are vibrant, they are opaque, they are everything you would want in a paint marker. So yeah, I would highly recommend. So what I am going to do, my loves, is just put these bits and pieces away, and then we will move on to the last few items. It will be a few minutes for me, a split second for you. So give me a few minutes and I'll see you in a sec. Okay, so the next supplies that I would like to share with you are my gel pens. So I use these for colouring, like small little details, and also I use them a lot for adding embellishments and things like that to the majority of my pages. So these are kind of my go-to gel pens. So I have my Gelly Rolls. I love these things so much. So I have a selection of Gelly Roll Moonlights. These are the really lovely opaque neon colours, and I love these so much. They are really fun to use. They really liven up your pages, and yeah, I just think they are so fun to use. I do also have some Gelly Roll Stardust. I don't use these as often as the others, but I do have them. These are the glitter Gelly Rolls. Then I have the Gelly Roll Metallic. I think out of all of them, these are by far my favourite. They have beautiful colours. They work really, really well. And again, they're just so much fun to use, and they look great on the pages, and especially when we're showing our pages to you guys and we're sort of, you know, moving our pages, and the metallic of these hit the light. Absolutely gorgeous. And then my favourite pen for highlighting is the Gelly Roll White. I absolutely love this pen. It's great. My favorite is the 10, the bold one. But I'm almost all out of my last one. So yeah, I've got this one. This is a 08. This is the medium tip one. And hi, Link. And yeah, I think this is brilliant. And like I said, I use this for highlighting. It is my absolute go-to. Now, even though I adore my Gelly Roll Metallic, and they are by far my favorite gold and silver metallic are these. These are the Uniball Signo. These ones, they are the noble metal, and I have the silver and the gold. I do also have actually the copper, the bronze. I have the bronze as well. So yeah, these are my favorite sort of metallic, you know, gold, silver, bronze. I don't use the bronze as often, but these are brilliant, and these are gel pens that I am always replacing when I am able to, because I get through them so much. Recently I ordered a set of 2 of the gold ones, so this is relatively new. But I think my other one is kind of less than halfway already. So yeah, they are very much loved. The next is the Pentel Hybrid Dual Metallic. These are incredible. They are just magical on the pages. The colours are stunning. My favourite is this one. This colour is my favourite. This is the orange ink with metallic yellow glitter, and oh, it is just beautiful. It really is gorgeous. So that is my favourite colour. But they do also have a set called the Mellow Colours, and if I can just find one from that set. Here we go. Okay, so this is from the Mellow set. This is light pink ink with metallic green and gold glitter. This one, and there is a purple one as well. she says, yeah, this one here, which is light violet with metallic red and blue glitter. These are my favorites from the Mellow set. I think they are fantastic. I'm so sorry. I was just saying bye to my son. He's gone at the park to meet some of his friends. Yeah, these are my absolute favorite in the Mellow colors. They are gorgeous, and I love adding these to sort of like fairy wings, anything kind of like that, bumblebee wings, butterfly wings, things like that. They are beautiful, and when they catch the light, it is honestly just so incredibly beautiful. So I would highly recommend these. Now, I couldn't do, a top favorite video and sort of show gel pens without mentioning my favorite of all of my gel pens, which I am out of. I've run out, and it is the black Jelly Roll Glaze. Oh my goodness, guys, that pen is life. I get through a lot of those pens, but yeah, I'm not in a position to replenish just yet. But when I do, I will be adding a few of those to my collection because I do get through them quite quickly. I especially love them for my Carla Magana pages. But yeah, that is just an absolute supreme gel pen. It wouldn't be my staple of supplies without the black glaze. So please just know that is my ultimate favorite gel pen. So let's get these put away and we'll look at the next thing. Okay, so the next item that I would like to share with you are some more embellishments that I love using on my pages, and it is the Nuvo items. So I have loose glitter. So this is the Nuvo Pure Sheen Glitter. This colour is Blue Dusk, but I have a drawer full of all different colours of this stuff, and I love it. And in order for me to apply this to pages, if it is a large area, then I will just use my regular Mod Podge. If it is a smaller area, which is mostly what I use these for, then I use a Sakura Quickie Glue pen. So again, this would be an absolute staple. So let's just leave that there a second. So yeah, this stuff is incredible. It really is gorgeous, and it adds such a special touch, and very sort of fancy and glimmery. Yeah, it just adds something really special to the pages. And this year in particular, I have used these a lot. This is the Nuvo Pure Sheen Confetti. This is the Mermaid Parade Stars. You guys would have seen these on a lot of my pages. But I have these, I have bluebell hearts, I have yellow butterflies. So yeah, I love adding stuff like this to my pages. And also, I forgot to pull some of this out. Also, Stickles Glitter Gel. It wouldn't be me or a favourites without showing this. So this one that I've pulled out, this is the Nebula by Ranger. And like I said, this is the Stickles Glitter Gel. This stuff is great. It is so good. Look at that. And you've got all those little golden stars amongst it. And I just apply this by sort of dabbing my finger into the gel and then just dabbing it on the page wherever I would like it. I don't like to use it on my brushes because it just gets stuck. So I find if I apply it with my finger, I can get a lot more of the product onto the page. So sorry if you can hear rustling and runching. That is Link climbing over a load of stuff. Hi, buddy. Hello. Hi. So yeah, this stuff is just incredible. Absolutely love it. And again, I have Ranger Stickles. This is the colour Waterfall, which is one of my favourites. I do think I also have, is it diamond or crystal? I don't know, one of them. And oh my gosh, they are so beautiful. So yeah, these are great, and they add such a special and magical touch to pages. And I can see me again always, keeping things like this in my arsenal to use, because I love it, and it also brings me so much joy and happiness to sort of move my pages around and see that twinkle and sparkle when they're done. So yeah, these are fantastic. So let's just turn around, put these back in the drawer. Hey buddy. And then the glitter gel in one. Okay, and then last but by no means least, watercolours. So these are just a few sets that I have. So I have 2 sets by Renee at Renaissance Colours. She has a shop on Etsy. This is one of the sets that I have. This is the Colour Shift Countdown to Christmas set. And this has 13 colours. And yeah, it is beautiful. These handmade colours are just so precious to me. I absolutely love them, and I think they are probably some of my most treasured possessions in my art supplies. Yeah, absolutely love them. As you can see, I've got some colours that are, a bit more used than others, but they are all gorgeous. They've got that beautiful colour shift to them, which is just magical. It really is. So yeah, they are gorgeous. And then I also have quite a few sets from Rebecca at the Art Spirits. These are just 2 sets that I have got pulled out. So this is her Wizard of Oz set here. And again, they are beautiful. Really gorgeous. And the quality of these paints, they are just second to none. They really are perfect. And you just couldn't wish for anything better with handmade watercolours. You really couldn't. These are from Rebecca as well. These here. This was just some ones that I purchased separately, I believe. And then I think she gifted, did she give me this one for nothing? This one for free? I'm not sure, but I know I ordered these. That one might have been an extra that she put in there for me. But yeah, they are incredible. This one is Star Gold Creamer. This one's Rose Gold. This one here, this is Autumn Shimmer. This is Glistening Darkness. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. So that is the, oh, wait, I do have another set pulled out. I think I've still got another 2 or 3 sets by Rebecca in the drawer as well. But this is the Metallics set. My favourite is this one. I think that's, yeah, Fool's Gold. That one. That is my favourite gold, and I use that one all the time. Is that, which one's this? Tin, oh no, True Silver. That is gorgeous as well, and I do think I have a full pan of that colour as well. So yeah, as you can see, they are just beautiful. Really, really gorgeous handmade watercolours. So they are, like I said, such precious supplies to me. And I think more so because they're handmade, it just feels more personal, and you can tell that the creators have put so much time and hard work into these, and it just makes them really, really special. And then I purchased this set this year. These are the Kuretake watercolours. Please excuse my palette. I don't want to wash this off because this is pigment that I can activate and reuse. But this is the set of paints. I absolutely love them. So we've got 24 paints in this set, and they are gorgeous. They are such a pleasure to use. They are really, really creamy, and if you use them with just a little bit of water, they could almost pass for kind of like a thin gouache. But yeah, they are incredible. So I would definitely love to add a bigger set of these to my collection. They are just brilliant, and I think by far my favourite watercolours. I do have an inexpensive set of watercolours in my arsenal. They are by Creative Peak, and they are wonderful. Don't get me wrong, they are great, and I do use those a lot. But these are just something else. I don't have an awful lot of experience with watercolours. It is something that I am working on and trying to get into, along with gouache. So yeah, I would really like to build my collection in 2025 of watercolours and gouache to add to my collection. But these, like I said, these are stunning. They are an absolute joy to use, and the colours are amazing. So I did swatch them out here on the inside of the box, and yeah, I mean, look at this deep green here, and this one, this is shadow green. I just think they are beautiful. They are absolutely gorgeous. I use these two here, Flax Beige and Ecru Beige. I use these two a lot, especially on like buildings and brickwork and things like that. And this one here, the beige grey, that one gets used a lot as well. But like I said, they are fantastic, and I would have no issues whatsoever recommending these watercolours to anyone. I just think they are fantastic. So that is it, my loves. That is my favourite supplies of 2024. Let me know down in the comments, what have you enjoyed using this year? Was it something new to you? Was it just a supply that has just been an absolute staple for you for quite some time? And what are you looking forward to trying in 2025? Is it supplies that you've already got in your arsenal, or do you have your eye on something in particular that you would really like to try next year? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear back from you. So with that being said, thank you so incredibly much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care, stay safe, my loves, and I'll see you in the next one. Lots of love. Bye.